He was the greatest con man in history. At the age of 19, he swindled millions of dollars with forged checks. Not only that, he also posed as a pilot, flew over 3 million miles, and 26 other countries. He was even invited to become a researcher for the FBI after his release from prison. The film begins. 16-year-old Jack is intelligent by nature. His family is well off. He is a simple, rich kid. Jack grew up with his parents as role models. A happy family has given Jack a strong sense of family. But the good times were too short-lived. His father was caught for tax evasion. He had no choice but to mortgage his villa to pay off his debts. Jack also moved from an aristocratic school to a normal university. But Jack in a suit, looks out of place in a normal school. On his first day, he was bullied by the school bully, so he enters the classroom. He poses as a substitute teacher and writes his name on the blackboard in style, turned to his classmates and told them, "I am your substitute teacher." Then Jack dragged the school bully to the podium. He asked him to recite the text. Not long after that, the real substitute teacher came, but Jack said a few words to send away, and then the story broke. But he'd been substituting for a week and gave assignments to the students. He also held a parent-teacher conference. When Jack returned home, he discovered that his mother was having an affair. The couple soon announced their divorce. Devastated, Jack chose to run away from home. He went to the ticket hall of the train station. He wanted to leave this sad place, but he was penniless. Jack's fraudulent journey began. Jack's first check forgery was clumsy. Scratching the numbers with a pocket knife, re-editing with a ballpoint pen, put the label on it again, and so he took it to the bank to exchange it. The staff saw the poor-looking Jack. They rejected him directly. Jack was walking down the street when he failed. A pilot passed by him, but in those days, pilots were highly sought after, and surrounded by beautiful women. This time Jack decided to pose as a pilot. He first posed as a journalist and interviewed the head of the airline, gathered a lot of details to become a pilot, then went to the processing factory to customize a pilot's uniform. With his handsome appearance and pilot uniform, Jack won the hearts of everyone. He used his identity as a pilot. He successfully cashed a fake check for cash. Using this opportunity, he started to forge a lot of checks. This action soon alerted the FBI. Tom used the forged checks to find Jack's place, burst into the room, found all kinds of tools on the table, more evidence of Jack's use of counterfeit checks. Jack calmly emerged from the bathroom. He claimed he was with the intelligence agency. The suspect had been arrested by his colleagues 10 minutes ago. With that, Jack also handed Tom his wallet. He told him that his ID was inside. The suspect was being escorted to the car by his colleagues. The man next to the car responded to Jack. Tom believed Jack completely. Jack excused himself and left, and at this point Tom was relieved. As time passed, Tom realized that something was not right. He opened his wallet, but there was only a bunch of small cards inside. Jack escaped right under Tom's nose. On Christmas Eve, Jack called Tom, told him he was in room 311. However, after Tom's lesson from last time, told Jack, "Because you are homeless, that's why you are calling me to make your presence felt." This comment certainly stuck Jack's heart, but Jack was really in room 311, only Tom didn't believe him anymore. Through his research, Tom found Jack's mother. He confirmed that the master con artist was only 17 years old. Tom told Jack's mother about the forged check. The mother offered to pay Jack the money he owed. Tom told her coldly, $1.5 million. The FBI came to his door on his wedding day. In a desperate situation, he and his FIANC agreed to elope at the airport 2 days later. Arriving at the airport, Jack found plainclothes cops everywhere. His FIANC betrayed him. He had an idea. He came to the flight school as a pilot. He wanted to interview 8 stewardesses. Then he had these beautiful women surround him as he walked into the airport. The agent saw the beautiful women walking towards him. They were all wide-eyed. They didn't even notice Jack behind them. On the other hand, Jack also found a decoy to attract the attention of the FBI, so Jack ran away again under Tom's watch. 7 months later, Jack's counterfeit checks had taken shape. He even had his own processing plant. On Christmas Day, Tom found the place again, learning from his previous mistakes. He told Jack, "There are 20 agents outside with guns waiting for you. I came in alone to take you out in peace." Jack doesn't believe it, but Tom said calmly, "It's true. If you go out there alone, you are gonna get shot at." Jack still didn't believe me. "Get ready to go out. You'll get shot." Jack finally panicked. He told Tom to handcuff himself. As they walked out, there was silence outside. The fraud expert was finally fooled too. On the way home from extradition, Jack learned of his father's death, so he ran to the bathroom and cried with his head in his hands. He didn't come out until the plane landed. After Tom broke the door open, the bathroom was already empty. He took down the sink. He escaped again by following the cubicle. Jack ran to his mother's house. By now, his mother had a new home. She also had a sister, Jack, who had wandered away. He never forgot his family. He chose not to disturb his mother, letting the police arrive and take him away. For fraud, Jack was sentenced to 12 years in prison. During this time, Jack helped Tom solve a number of financial fraud cases. Tom thought he was a talented man. Jack was released on bail by the FBI and put him to work for the FBI. The daily workload made Jack think of running away again. This weekend, he poses as a pilot and prepares to return to his old job, but Tom followed him. He told Jack, "If you run away this time, then you'll be in jail." Sometimes it's easy to lie, but after a lie there's just an endless void. Tom didn't stop him, turned around and left. Soon, Jack returned to the FBI. He knew everything he was now was Tom's gift.